conditions. Caitlin?
The wintry weather has caused very hazardous roadways here across the South Plains. Just a light dusting in Lubbock, but they're still very dangerous. I'll let you know how many wrecks were caused by the wintry weather over the last couple of days.
And the roads certainly are okay. They're drivable, but you do have to slow down. And actually about 3 hours ago, I just called up Caitlin and said, hey, what are you doing? She was actually, I think, running a 5K or something. Caitlin Napoleone out there. She's normally braving the cold. I don't think she was out there planned this morning just for a leisurely trip. She's reporting for us, telling us what the roads are doing. What's up, Caitlin?
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, definitely no running for me this morning, but I have some friends who are probably out running around Lubbock on this ice. Not a good idea. Don't leave your house if you don't have to. Police are urging us to encourage you guys to stay home unless it's absolutely necessary to leave your home. Now, Lubbock police are reporting over 100 accidents between 6 o'clock yesterday morning and 5 o'clock this morning. Don't be out on the roadways if you don't have to. You don't want to be one of those people who get stuck in those accidents. Unfortunately, it's not all in our power, but you must do everything in your control to make sure you're safe on the roadways. Leave plenty of room between you and the car ahead of you. You can see the roads are still very slick. These below freezing temperatures that we're going to expect here for the foreseeable future will keep it that way. Just a light dusting of snow here in the city. As you can see, just barely any snow here in this city. It's worse in other parts of the area, but some of the snow could get packed down by cars later in the day, becoming more slick, and also there is a layer of ice underneath this. Right here, it's not too bad. We're at 98th and University, but it is a lot worse in other parts of the area. I think I heard the Double T guys joking about doing donuts in the parking lot here at Raymar across the street. I can see their tire tracks. Do not do what they do. Make sure you're extra cautious, whether it's in the parking lot, walking to your car, going outside to let the dog out. Anything you can do to protect yourself against these hazardous conditions on the roadways, and including on the areas that you might have thought that might have more traction because the ice is covering anything. So just definitely be careful as you're heading out the door. James?
All right, Caitlin, thanks.
Hey, it's going to stay so cold. The roadways out there, they're really not going to improve all that much more. They look a little bit better this morning. Let's get a check of what is happening out there on the roads with Caitlin. I learned Caitlin said no, she was not out there running, but may know a few friends out there. Really, though, if you have to head out there, it's pretty nasty, right, Caitlin?
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Definitely want to avoid being outside at all. I mean, I can almost not talk. My photographer, we're both freezing. My face is frozen. Bundle up if you have to leave your house, but otherwise just stay inside. Take it from me, it's really way too uncomfortable out here. Also, the roadways, besides the cold, are also making it very dangerous if you leave your house. So you can see that there's a little bit of snow out there, not much here within the city, but it's a lot worse in other parts of the South Plains. And if you look down here, even just this light snow that we've got is still causing those hazardous conditions. This could pack down as the day progresses, making the roadways even more slick. And underneath it, this is not the asphalt, this is ice under here, so extremely slippery. Don't take the chance of being out on the roadways. We had LPD is reporting 103 accidents between 6 o'clock yesterday morning and 5 o'clock this morning. We've seen some lights just up the block here. Don't risk it. Don't be one of those people who could be caught in these hazardous conditions and in one of those accidents. Leave plenty of room between you and the car ahead of you. And definitely make sure you're braking extra early, and that's only if you must leave the house and be out on the roadways. Even if you're just heading out into your front or backyard, even some of the grass around here is covered in ice. Very bad situation if you could slip and fall easily just a couple steps outside your front door. If it's anything like my front stoop, that probably has about 4 inches of ice on there. So please be careful, as I said, if you have to leave your house. But if you don't, stay inside, because the cold with those below freezing temperatures, these roadways that you can see out here are likely not to get much better here as we head into the weekend. So please be careful. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Caitlin, thanks so much.
Now let's check the roadways with Caitlin out in the cold. Hey, Caitlin.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, it's extremely cold. The wind has definitely picked up from when we first got out here about an hour and a half ago. Very cold temperatures. I've got multiple layers on, multiple shirts, a giant coat, multiple pants on, and I'm still freezing. Even just walking to your car, make sure you're bundling up as you're headed outside. Also, make sure you leave plenty of time to leave to head out on the roadways and start your car early because of those cold temperatures. If you're going to be out on the roads, be extra cautious. Police are urging us to warn people to be extra safe, obviously. If you take a look at the snow, it's just a light dusting. here on the ground in the city. Other areas got some heavier totals, but underneath the snow is ice on a lot of the roadways. So you're going to want to make sure, even if it doesn't look like it's bad, and even though the sun has risen and there's better visibility, please be extra cautious. Leave plenty of space between you and the car ahead of you. Brake early. Even those cars with four-wheel drive don't brake as fast despite that four-wheel drive. So be cautious on the roads. LPD is reporting a lot of accidents since yesterday morning at 6, between yesterday morning and 5 this morning, so just under 24 hours. LPD is reporting 75 traffic accidents, 15 accidents with injury, and 13 hit-and-run accidents with a total of 103 reported accidents. Don't be one of those people. Do everything in your control to be extra cautious on the roadways. You know, obviously the roads are very slick still, and with those below freezing temperatures, they're going to continue to be that way throughout the rest of the day and probably through parts of the weekend. So be cautious on the roadways. Do anything you can in your power to make sure that you aren't one of those unfortunate people, large number of people who got in those accidents between yesterday and this morning. Back to you in the studio.
Okay, Caitlin, thanks so much.